Do we have sound now? I think I did the same mistake I did multiple times. I forgot to turn on the right mic. Gorgeous. What filter is that? That would be... Oh no, that changes it. Well, anyway, you saw on screen the filter that I have on right now. But I think there's not that much different in the filters for this game. It's too pixelated. I did that. I did that mistake multiple times. I'm eventually gonna get a stable setup and be able to not forget that. Anyway, you're in this dungeon. Well, you're gonna be in for a lot of joy. Actually, it's bittersweet, because yeah, it's bitter because you have some flow like that are giganormous and that can lose you with these teleporters, but this is the dungeon with the best game design in this game. In fact, one of the only two that actually has one. So after multiple dungeon of just being through random landscape, I was like, at least there's an ID. But yeah, nothing happened too much in the stream. I just got one mithril helm that I cannot equip yet because I do not have enough strength yet. I need to hit 70. Currently I have about 50. And I accidentally reset the dungeon with a shortcut, so I disabled it. Mage is up. Yeah, well, Mage is definitely probably the most interesting class, because the other one, they do not use the charge attack at all, whereas the wizard is all about it, and he's the only, well, she is, actually it's a she, she is the only one to use intel as well, and she also doesn't care about, whoa, what are those fables? She also is the only one to use, to not care about strength nor dexterity. Her max strength is 50, by the way. She cannot have more than that, and she does not have road, contrary to the second game. Well, from my experience, so in this game, charge attack do not use SP because the physical classes, the archer, the dragonaut, and the warrior do not have intel. They have 0 intel, and that's their max. So instead of having increased accuracy and damage, they have slightly increased damage and decreased accuracy. It's just that they are supposed to be the AoE shot. And spear is best used with the charge attack. So I think that's not the best weapon for the warrior. But if you're using, whether you're using any one of these weapons, you have different properties for between sword and blade. That's why I'm using it as a blade warrior and not a sword warrior. I think this is a sword, so you can see my attack speed, and if I'm switching to blade, it's faster. That's the same for axe. Between axe and tomahawk, you have different attack speed, and for lance and spear, you also have different attack speed. So just pay attention to that when you're doing normal attacks. Yeah, Shining Soul 2 broke the mage's normal attack. Well, that's because they implemented intel for everybody. But yeah, I like the fact that you have level 0 spells in the first game. It's definitely interesting. Although, as you'd expect, they really are not powerful. But ultimately, if you boost your weapons enough, it's gonna be enough to finish the game. As long as you grind enough your levels. Because we are using so much healing item, I suggest level up efficacy and a lot of vitality. Mm-hmm. Oh, yo. Those demons are really powerful. Yeah, also about the mages, they have very interesting forged scrolls in this game, but those are spell books. No counter. No, there's no. There's no counter in this game. You have you threw weapons, armor up from the second game, efficacy for boosting healing item, and I do not exactly know what this is supposed to be. It seemed like it has a build function, but a shield function, but I do not know. From the description, it's supposed to counter status effect. I still don't know. Yeah, well, when I was a child, I could never finish Shining Soul 2. I got it when I was like 7 years old or something, and I sucked at it. No, it's not a problem anymore. Ooh, and with max sword. Well, it does not do that much difference, but more power is more power, and I think I went the wrong way. Oh no, well, not completely. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, as for the first one, I'm glad that I didn't encounter when I was little, cause it's kind of frustrating to go against this much of enemies. You really do have to manage well your item. Whereas I think in the second one, it's you get punished less for a second, except against elemental attacks. But that's the only thing. Oh yeah, 2 has more replays for sure. Absolutely. And it has far more tech and even more skills for the same characters. If you compare the warrior archer and dragonaut between the two games, they are vastly different. Like if you take the archer, he has the absolutely gorgeous summon spell now. I'm trying, but well, yeah, the mage is probably the wizard of the first game is the most interesting when you've played the second, because it's the only class that has not been ported as it is. It's the most different class from the other 3. The only female, the only one to use intel, and is the only one to use very different mechanics compared to the other. So there I'm going. Which class do I pretend? Well, dragonauts don't die, but okay. So I will do a class overview at some point. It's supposed to come out in a few weeks for Shining Soul 2. But that I actually agree with Leo. You can try all of them because you have 8 save file, 1 per class. So you can just start every one for the first dungeon and see the one that you like the most. I'm going in circle there. Nice. The one that are the most beginner friendly are the warrior and the brawler. So because you already tried a little bit of the first game, I recommend trying the brawler as your first character. But ultimately, if you try the others and there's another class that come out good for you, each one of them is as equally good. Maybe for a first experience, the spellcaster can lose you between all of their different spells. Yeah, you can never really go wrong with trying every even every skill on the same character. The max level that you have in the second game is 200, and that's enough level to max out 7 skill out of the 8 that you have. So unless you master multiple skill, you have enough points to really try every remaining skills. That's a nice idea. I actually plan to have a full counter Dragonauts at some point as well, because I really like this idea. Not only does he have a counter skill here with breath, but he also has access to shield, and there is one enchantment that use the damage that you block to damage the enemies. Well, it's a little more complicated than that. The Dragonaut has a resistance skill, but from my testing, it appears that despite increasing visually the elemental resistances that you have, it's a debuff, because it does not apply to let's say the Fire Unicorn, for example, that has melee elemental damage, but it applies to all spells. So just pay attention to that. It's actually function differently than normal resistance. But the Dragonaut is all about debuff, because he has break armor to debuff enemies' physical defense, so resistance to debuff mage's power, and he has weaken to debuff nearby physical enemies' attack. Shield, I don't know if shield override counters, but if you want more defense, you're better off using armor up. Armor up and shield gives you the same defense boost per level up of the skill, but shield only applies to shield, whereas armor up boosts all armor but shield, including gloves, so you can have basically 3 times the defense with that. Yeah, well, the Dragonaut is the best tank in the game because, at least arguably, because he has all of those resistance buff. I have seen in the forum some people that has done multiplayer, and everybody agrees that he is the ultimate tank. Oh, don't worry. Thanks for passing by. See ya. Uh, Damn. I wish I had some Thunderblade. It sucks that there's no bestiary in this game, so you never know what you're doing. But if it's like the second, those two family of robots should have low thunder res. See ya. Wait. That's what I want to do. Breastplate. Okay. Okay, well, more is more. As for the other thing, I don't care. Oh, damn, I already solo on healing drops. The dragons are so hard to beat in this game. In the second one, they also have a huge defense, but not as much as in this one. Come on. I wish dragons were a type of monster coded, and I could have some weapons solely for them. Cause whew. See ya. Okay, I think we're halfway through. That's Atomos. Yeah, what is Atomos? There's oh, you mean something that has damage against flying enemies, probably. Atomos, so that should be an axe? No. I do not see nothing. Is it an enchantment? I have the list of weapons in the game in front of me, but I do not see anything with this name. The soul summon. Well, with a name like this, how do you get it? From gizmos? I was not lucky in getting any soul. I killed a lot of golem and didn't get the golem soul. Red dragon looking like Atomos. Ah, yes, it's true. Yeah, okay. You think Atom Dragon, the soul of the second game. Okay. I get it now. Yeah, it's true. It's a fire dragon. Yeah. But I do not know if you have a similar soul. I think the list of the soul that we have in this game is slightly different. Well, first off, we don't have the best one, yogurt. Too bad. But so I can have the list there. The souls. So we have golem, pen, which I don't know what this is. We have Phoenix, so no fire dragon. Proserpina, so it's the same in the second one. That's ice. Thanatos for thunder. Thor, well, probably also for thunder. Tiamat. Oh, that one's classy. Oh no, never mind. I was right. We have yogurt soul. It was Zephyr from when. I only have golem. Well, I playtested this game on my vacation. I also redo dungeons, and I only managed to also ever got golem. Or actually, once I think that from the hoppies I got Zephyr, but that's the only exception. Other than that, it was only golem. I didn't have it in this one. It's not like souls are very powerful, but man, I'm playing Shining Soul. I want souls. I was happy in my playtest to get Zephyr because it also gives you 10 decks, which is kind of cool. And if I remember, Golem gives you more defense, 10 probably. But yeah, it sucks that the Soul don't have ranks. They cannot kill anything. And that's even in the last dungeon on normal mode, so I cannot imagine in advanced mode. Yes, I want souls. It sucks that in this game you have to choose between some soul and powerful late game accessories. I'm glad that they changed that for the other. Well, chainmail. Maybe I can actually use that. So this is for the mage, for the wizard. Ah, never mind. It's less. Oh, sad. So at some point, if I revisit this game, I will surely use wizard because that's the most interesting class when you already played Shining Soul 2. But because of the efficacy skill and the good... Oh! The good knockback power, I think that the warrior is the best to finish the game. So we just got our souls. Yeah. So what does this do? Dex. Ooh. Okay. I want to see it now. I mean, Tiamat. How cool is that? If you know anything about D&D, you know that it's gonna be gorgeous. Drop those items with no... Yeah, well. Most of them will not be useful for me. And even the other ones. It's just for selling. Well, with the way we can just rob the shops are in plain sight. It's not like I really need to do this, but might as well. It's so funny to see this mechanic. Whoop. You see this? Give me money for it. That's probably the most satisfying thing about this game. Once you know it. Yeah. Rob, that's not even for him, I think. So, Mystic Rob, that sounds like something for the wizard. So for this, I need 5 level ups. Yeah. Damn. At least I know it's waiting for me. Okay. Guess who's back? Back again. Oh. Actually, never mind. Let me get some healing drops. How could I forget? Birthdays. Oh, okay. So let me show you with another one. So so in this game you have a mechanic that so it says there R for shortcut. So that means that you go there and you can basically switch an item between your inventory and the shop inventory. So you have a glitch in which you grab one of your items, you do this a few times, you drop it, and then you can take the inventory, the thing that you can buy. So you need enough money to buy it in the first place, but you can do that, bring into your inventory, and use the shortcut to sell it to the shop. And you can do that with everything. And that gives you money each time. The selling rate is not that good, but when you can do it indefinitely, you have infinite money. So yeah, pretty cool. and you can do that since the beginning of the game. Yeah, so that's why the air shortcut didn't make it to the second game. You can have infinite money on start. Well, if you know how to duplicate item with the throw command in the second game and you manage to get an apple, you can do the same thing pretty efficiently. Infinite money on start. That's what's so good about some old games. You got those actual glitches that really can improve your experience. I remember doing some GBA Fire Emblem mine glitch as well, especially in the number 8. You can have monster weapons for yourself, and you can repair any item with Gorgon eggs. Well, you can do some silly stuff. Well, you're welcome. This mage has some good aim. At least there's no wall or anything, because with this spell it would be able to wall like, wait, I didn't equip it. It sucks that in this game once you hit the 0 on your item it get de-equipped. Where's my accuracy, please? Okay. What? Okay, that was completely unnecessary. You tricked me, game. Well done. I didn't let them attack, but do the automaton have different elements as well? The Minotaur still looking like ugly frogs with bull hands. Actually, I wonder, for someone that has only played the second game, why would they think this monster would be? Because if I didn't know that those were called Minotaurs, I would have never thought of that. Boxers, yeah, basically. They remember me of the kangaroo decks of Yu-Gi-Oh! That might be the inspiration, actually. Come on! Yeah, that box of frogs. Boxing lizard, yeah, fair. I mean, they do have the same color panel as the actual lizard in well, actually I don't know if there's lizard in this game, like the salamanders and so on, but in the second game they used the cell color panel, red, green and blue. So yes. Double axe. Well, it's not. Wait, is it me or is it not a double axe at all? Because for a double axe, the two sides of the the two blades are supposed to be of equal size, right? So well, whatever. Stop following me. Well, for clouds, they hit pretty hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's singled. Yeah, well, maybe, maybe. But the second game you get the Goblin Axe, which is an actual double axe, so it's also on GBA, meaning that they could have done the double axe better. But it's just a detail. I'm nitpicking. Oh, we're getting close to the boss. Come on, you boxing lizard. I didn't play the previous game, so I do not know which boss is coming from which game. I also don't know if their powers in this game are really reminiscent of their power in their original Shining Force game. Damn, dude taking forever. What the hell with this kind of health? Ah, there we go for the boss. Well, with 17, this might be doable. Dark Soul. So, for what I understood, this dude is supposed to be absorbed by the Dark Dragon to enable it to wake up and destroy the world. Damn. Then Exa. Well, I also played Exa Live, and I really enjoyed this game. I wish I had it when I had my PS2 back in the days. Damn. Yeah, I do not know much about the other Shining Force game. The problem I have with this series is that most of them are tactical RPG, but frankly speaking, I prefer Fire Emblem. While I appreciate the differences, and yeah, I never stopped playing Shining Soul 2 either. I even bought some GBA SP specially for this game at some point. Yup. Also, what is supposed to be the fourth color? I understand that it's supposed to have fire, ice, and thunder, but what is the next one? Is it supposed to be wind for physical damage? Oh no, I remember that he heals. Oh, he has a healing spell. I remember that now. You play Warframe? No, I don't know what this is. But I'll just finish this fight and I'll look up. So Warframe with this kind of name, is it supposed to be a tactical RPG as well? Okay, let me check. So we get Warframe video games. Oh, that's a third-person shooter. Nah, I'm not that much into it. The third-person shooter, actually the first-person shooter that I've played the most is Borderlands series. Oh, it dates back to 2013. An era where games were actual games, not like today, for most of them. Okay, maybe I'll look it up later. That seems the visuals looks very good actually. I'm not that much into shooters, but why not? I can look it up at least. It's true that for now I'm not playing that much different games outside of some action RPG. Actually, I did a few retry Steambot Chronicles recently, which is a vastly different game. But yeah, I'm focusing for now on action RPG. You love the well, I hope so. I always had trouble going into this kind of games because of the community. Like I tried a little bit of some MMORPGs. I tried a little bit of MOBAs, and each time the community sucks. They're absolutely disastrous. Ooh. So 54. You just wait for me. I'm gonna be there soon. Just need one more level up. We're good to go. That means that we're on to the last dungeon. Well, here we go. Do I have some... yeah, okay. Let's go. Oh, it's gonna take some time. Now, I remember that the Minotaurs in this dungeon, so-called Minotaurs at least, they have different colors, but I didn't find any difference between them. Maybe it's like they're supposed to be resistant to different types of elemental damage, but I couldn't verify it because I went with a neutral weapon like there. Oh yeah, we're in for a long time. Not only that, but the boss is going to take a long time as well. It's actually difficult, but for the wrong reason. Because if you're not fast enough in killing them, their heads can regenerate. Oh, giant iron ball! That's a dedicated drop. So what does this do? Level 5. Ooh, okay. I do not know how it compares to other flails. Let me check that. So flail. Oof! I just looked up, but the chaos flail that I had previously has far more power than that. Actually, the giant iron ball is not very well. It does not compare to the blah, 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 to the forge weapons, but outside of them, it's the best flail that you can have in the game. Okay, so kind of cool for the Dragonauts. I use the explosion magic. What is that? I I remember that she has Blaze Inferno. Oh, maybe that's Inferno. The fire AoE damage. Because if it's supposed to be like the second game because it shares the name, that's supposed to be fire magic. I wonder if there's an actual place for the slow spell at a high level. But the name is neutral. Then the only neutral spell that I know would be Hellblast, the tornado spell, which is just called Blast in the second one. Is it? Okay, there. I was gonna say, did I broke the stuff? It feels like I'm going into Wonderlands. That's reminiscent of the part when Alice is in the forest. A very colored path, monocolored path, on a purely black landscape. Blast is wind. There's no wind resistance for the two games. I know that for the second one, it's just coded as using the physical defense. So it's probably the same way, exactly the same way in the first game. Yeah, it's OP. I commented a playthrough of Blast Sorceress from Brave Nairo, and I knew that the spells were scaling at really high level, that it was powerful. But even just at level 3, the spell was packing some power. And from there on out, it scales quadratically, so it's OP. But I already knew that because I tackled the Coliseum in Advanced Mode, and you have the level of the desert. The final wave in the fight is 5 harpies, and harpies on Advanced Mode are no joke. The blast spell is a death sentence, and when you get 5 of them coming at you, oh boy. Well, actually, let me try it. I know it's not gonna kill anything, but... Okay. Oh! What? Okay, so this tool can actually kill things. Okay. So that means that there's no rank, but the souls are different levels of power. Whereas in the second game, I think that they have pretty much the same power. It's just that the elements are different. Yeah, the RPs are very difficult. That's for sure. Oh, there we go. That's a dedicated drop. Yeah, that soul look actually pretty sick. The golem is whatever, but it's a sword, so it's gonna have less attack speed. Wait, yeah, well, slightly. Is it me or is it? What? It's faster than other swords. Oh, so it's not just as simple as blade versus sword. Or maybe it has to do with well, no, I'm pretty sure that's in the Japanese game. They use katakana, so sword are supposed to be sodo and blade are supposed to be buredo. So if they really coded the thing for blade and sword to have different speed, that would be the same for all of them. That calls for investigation. No, that's not a set, because in this game you got no set. But for the second game, yes, that's the rare drop set of the warrior class. It gives you so like the other rare drop set, it gives you 15 attack, 60 defense, and for the third effect, it gives you a 20% block chance with your shield. It's pretty cool. You can drop the other, I think the helmet on the knight as well. You got the armor on the gargoyles, and the shield from the melee hobbit in the first spring. Well, come down. What the hell? Well, I heard the jingle, so I'm not gonna bother. Damn, I'm already low on item. That was only 3 screens. I think there's a dragon, yeah. Well, not only it is XP, but you cannot skip them. I on my first talent at beating this game, I tried to skip those RPs previously, but well, for the previous screen that was just for enemies, so that's whatever. But in this screen, I tried to skip the RPs, and if you do that, the other enemies that you have to beat to open up the exit don't spawn. So yeah, you cannot skip too much of enemies. It's weird that they push you, but I can go through them still. It's like they're so maybe their hitbox, so the gloves that they use for attack, is solid, but not their earth box. Huh. Yeah, well, I already have it. I guess I can take it for Senin, but I wish you could exchange between characters, but no, that's not a mechanic in this game. In 2 you can pass through enemies. No, in the second one the enemies are actually solid, but in this game it seems to function differently. Well, not only the body block, but they even use this mechanic for some enemies to so that they have a passively damaging hotbox. the will-o'-the-wisp family, for example, they don't attack; they just come at you, and naturally, there you get damage. 38. Okay, well I keep that. 62. That's my next level up. Well, you know what? I'll keep it. It's petty, but you know, it's a nice find, so I keep it. Actually, that's next level up, so might as well keep it just in case. Well, I'll just use the herb to do some space for my healing drops. It was that or selling them, so might as well just use them. Herbs are not gonna save me from those hordes of enemies. I just noticed, I never paid attention, but you cannot buy healing waters. Well, we're lucky then that the healing drops are giving 100 HP back on base and not 50. That's pretty boring that you do not have a music background for the shops. Yeah, it got de-equipped, obviously. Okay. Oh, yo. So what we get next? Power Rangers, frogs, come in. I remember thinking exactly on this screen, wait, why do some color swap if they do not seem to have different stats? So, recovery. Some monuments are very cool, but some others are pretty boring. The only sound that you got is from the mic and not from the game. Okay. Damn, I really messed up my settings. What? No, it's supposed to be. No, I'm capturing the audio of the game. Okay, well, that's weird, because on my OBS setting it says that I'm capturing the audio of the game. I checked it, it's on. So that means it has something to do with the stream setting itself. Let me check that. That's weird. I didn't see anything that would prevent the sound from coming. the jacks. But well, if I'm hearing it, you're supposed to hear it as well. Normally, that will be as simple as that. Maybe it's just I put it too low. Wait, maybe as simple as that. What about now? Well, that's a mystery. I never have this problem. I guess I can exit and re-enter the stream. Ah, that's it. That's on. Okay. So, the audio of the... in my audio mix for the emulator was at 5%. Weirdly, it didn't... it wasn't boosted that much when I was okay, well, thanks for saying. It's weird, I didn't have this problem previously. Well, it's not like the audio of the game is really good, but at least it's a background music, I guess. All of the audio of the different dungeons in this game are pretty grim. Yeah, there's no way to duplicate the skill boosting item, the stat boosting item, so unfortunately, Marvel Puppet. Well, I've heard that apparently you can duplicate item in multiplayer, but well, I'm not gonna do multiplayer of Shining Soul. If I were to do some multiplayer with people, and I hope to do it with via Hamachi, that would be Shining Soul 2. Well, the dragons are a huge stop. Already have that. I wonder if someday I will do the advanced mod, because if it's as difficult as the second game, I will have to grind a lot of levels for that. You want to multi with your cousin, so if it's via remote play, for what I've heard, if you're using VBAM you can link, and that works. I can link with myself or another instance on the same PC, so I can play with my friends, I can play with my wife, whatever. That works. Now for remote play between two PC, that's more complicated. Some people have set up some multiplayers like that with Hamachi, which basically create remote servers for some people at a time. Some people have managed to make it work. I didn't yet, but I have to retry again at some point. I know that it's possible. I also know that it's difficult. If I ever manage to make Hamachi stuff work, I will do a guide on how to do it anyway. Because that would be so cool. Okay, well, let's keep enemies. Oh, I got some healing water. Wait, no, I didn't got it. Well, whatever. Hmm. It's just legality. Uh, what you mean, the fact that it's supposed to be illegal to use emulator or something? Well, the usage of emulator is not forbidden by law. It's using ROMs that it's supposed to be illegal unless you have the physical game. But truth to be told, no one is ever gonna check that you have the physical game first, and secondly, personally, I have the physical game. I even have 2 copies. So, if someday we live in a world where they actually check that, I'm okay. And as for emulator being legal, you can verify that because Nintendo mostly is trying to hunt them, and they lost. They tried to put down Dolphin, which emulate GameCube and Wii, I think. Multi with same ROM. Well, I did it already, so it absolutely works. If you're using VBA-M, that is optimized for multiplayer, at least. If you want, I can do. So let's get things clear. Is it just for playing at 2 on the same computer? Because if so, I can do a small guide video on how to set up it with VBM. And trust me, it will work. Not same PC, yeah, so that's where it gets more complicated, because you need to have a third-party software like Hamachi to be able to connect both PC to a server. So that's I did not manage to set it up yet, but I plan to do. It's a pity that we didn't get that the shiningsoul 2 virtual console of Nintendo was terminated, because that would have allowed you, if you have the Switch, the Wii U, to play with your cousin. They have a version on Switch of some GBA game on virtual console, but they have a small catalog, and well, spoilers, shiningsoul 2 is not in it. I think they just have mostly Mario games. Mhm. Okay. Exa 2 or yeah. Well, the people that made Shining Soul are doing other games, so yeah, that's probably not a project that Sega got. They got a lot of projects going on, but the Shining series not that big of a project. The last game they did was Shining Force Resonance, and the last release was already 6 years ago. So yeah, we were supposed to have another Shining Force coming at some point, but it was a tactical RPG, like the first main series. But it was cancelled. I don't know why. I don't remember why. But yeah, the series would do a tactical RPG before doing another action RPG one. But yeah, Exa, I think that Shining Force Neo and Exa, which share the same model and the same mechanics, the same engine. That's what I meant. They worked really well. They work better than Shining Tears and Shining Wind, that are kind of close to Shining Soul series in a lot of ways. It's obvious when you look at the character optimization that also use the same skill system than in Shining Soul, but it kind of felt like they tried to do a GBA game on PS2. It didn't really felt like it was using the full capabilities of the PS2. So I think that on this engine, Exa and Neo works way better. Okay, so that wasn't a good way. So if they even do something new, that would be closer to Shining Force Exa or Shining Force Resonance, and not something as visually simple, I would say, as Shining Soul 2, which is a pity, because I think that in terms of dynamic it works better. You go straight into the action, and the tech is about positioning. And with more buttons on nowadays controllers, so you get 2 more than on the GBA, you could have some dodge or block action as well, which would be very cool. But what I would like first, before any of that, would be just to have some Shining Soul like fixed version via some ROM hack, but I have no idea how to do it. I've touched a bit of the apps that enables you to go into the data, and it's already difficult to comprehend whatever it's on the screen. I manage with hours and hours of trying to erase the back sprite of your main character on a Pokemon GBA ROM, and it was something so simple, and yet it took me hours. So I couldn't imagine doing a patch for a game, which is a genuine thing. Like when you those are called IPS file, and you literally patch the game with something like called Lunar IPS. The dumb file? What you mean? I'm out of feelings. Okay, I'm dead. I didn't even have tried to use my angel wings. Oh, the robots are out. Okay. Yeah, for the back sprite of that I erased, it was just because I was doing some playthrough of playing a Ninja Boy, and it's fairly easy to change your overworld sprite in those games, but changing your back sprite is far more complicated. So I was playing the Ninja Boy, doing some Poison and Ninja inspired Pokemon team. But each time I entered combat, there were the basic back sprites, which kinda killed the immersion. The thought, what I did, okay, well, it's not that much possible on Visual Boy Advance, but if you go to some other emulator like what is this? I have it just there. That's BeezHawk. You can access the tables of data that are in this game, and you can break down the whatever data has come. Basically, you're doing action and you can see the codes come in. And recently, it was done by a Chinese team on a forum, which I didn't manage to find, but someone said it. They broke down the game in a similar fashion, and they got the actual code of the counter skill of the warrior. And that's why I know that I was wrong, and it has an actual damage bonus embedded into it. But they also broke down why it was never common. It's because it used the state of the enemy attacking, but when you manage to attack it, you change their status from attacking to damaged. And the problem is that the counter skill is supposed to be applied before, so it works, but it's applied after, so it can never activate on the right status. So this is the kind of thing that you can do when you go into the coding of the game. But some old coding like GBA or even older console are very difficult to understand. Simply put, the nowadays programmers are using more simple, more universal codes to program games. Yeah, frame as well. You can do stuff like frame by frame and stuff, and well, that's not something that I plan to do. But if I were an absolute malad, I could count the number of frame that it got for you to change the RNG of the game. So basically, if you go into the game, for the second at least, but that probably is the same for this one. If you're repeating the same action with the same amount of time, your random drops from chests, from enemies, and everything, it will be the same results. And that would mean that if you got a task, a tool-assisted speedrun, you can control the drops that you get to have one very specific weapon in the first dungeon and destroy the game with it. So yeah, there are some crazy stuff that you can do once you have knowledge of the programming of the game. But to do that, you have to do some difficult things. Even though nights seem more simple because of the tools that we got today, it's still not that easy. Moon pendant, what does this do? Okay, well, whatever. Well, actually, wait. Does it do... You can equip that. Yeah, no, it doesn't shed anything. It's funny that you can equip it, but it's empty for you because you get no SP with the warrior anywhere. 12. Oh, this dungeon, man, is giganormous. I don't remember how many floors are in this dungeon. I just hope that after this one, it's gonna be over. Although tackling Dark Dragon is not gonna be easy feat. Yeah, almost. Yes! Luckily. Okay, well, we're off again. There's at least this screen and probably another one with another dragon. Well, this ain't over yet. Damn. Leave me alone. I don't have time for you. I'm supposed to save the world. So actually, it seems like I won't be able to equip my the hand that I just saved that was made from Mithril, because I still need 2 level ups. Yeah, maybe I got 1 before the Dark Dragon, but surely not 2. I got lucky with this giant iron ball that are useless to me, but I couldn't manage to find 1 golem soul. Well. Okay. Well, you do not get as lost as in the previous dungeon. I never managed to drop an Ori shotgun. I think I had 1 dark matter in this game. Yeah, well, I think that it's because they only well, they have recall for sure, but it's also just because their punches their hitbox are the only solid part of them. But yeah, this dude, actually, I think they have the best recall of the enemies in the second game, right? The Colossus. Maybe the giants, though. They slap you with a giant hand, so maybe they also have so huge recall. Yeah, in this game it's not a thing, but in subsequent opus, so like Shining Force Exile that you played, you got knockback resistance. So if this was in the game, that could have been useful actually. Although in Shining Force Exile I don't know exactly the difference between knockback, knockdown, float, and I think there's even a few others. I hate the eye when it falls off. Oh, you mean the sprite? Yeah, it's pretty ugly. I'm glad that in the second game they only use magical attacks. I think that's actually pretty cool. They're like magic walking pole robots or something. But it's far better to have them use magic than physical attacks anyway. Come on. Damn, dude is packing some decks there. Well, I guess I'll be I'll be back before the Dark Dragon to fill up my healing drops. Yeah. There sure will be a dragon on this lane. Oh, wait. Yeah. Damn. Well, poison is really damaging in this game. I understand why they introduced the poison res after 50. Bro. Well, okay, we get some chaos like dragons, so I hope that this is the last screen before the boss. Come on. Yeah, well, poison is extremely damaging in this game. Not only that, but it gets worse and worse. Because for what I see, it's a portion of your health. So the more health you have, the more damage you have from poison. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe this. Okay. Yeah, that's what I already had. Okay. Actually, the healing water is absolutely useless because I do not have enough HP to benefit from it. But I'll stack it if I ever, at some point, have enough will to do advanced mode. Okay. Well, let's pack on the healing drops. Shall we? Well, actually, you're useless. I do not know if you have anything to reduce the damage from poison. I think I saw that you have an enchantment that raises your immunity against status, but maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. I do not know more the enchantments about this game. Well, actually, let me just get the max. Okay. Well, I hope that I will be able to have the Dark Dragon on the first time. Also, I have some skill. Well, efficacy is useless. I do not have HP to benefit from it. So, I guess I could try this. At least that's the only thing that could matter now. Well, actually, I could have done some magic res. Okay, here we go. Yeah, resistance could have been useful, but I do not have anything for the third one. I'm not sure that just one level in two different is gonna be that useful. Damn. Okay. Well, we're off to a great start. Wait. I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to be able to have this one. The thunder one, yeah, the thunder one you can damage it pretty easily. Damn. No. Well, nice. I miss half of my attacks. Come down, come down. Down. The heads can even attack two or three at a time. The blue first. Okay. Yeah, I remember that the one in the middle is the easiest to get, and the other two. You cannot damage. You need to wait for them to drop their head. Well, we'll damage them a little bit first. Okay, I don't want to damage them too much. Whoa, that's almost dead there. Okay. Damn. They really don't want to come. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we go for it. Okay. Come on. No! No! I was so close. Well, that's over. I have to repeat everything. The head will have time to regenerate now. Well, at least it's easier now that there's only one head. But yeah, I was just extremely close. It was just a few frames off. Come on, come on. Come on. Well, the head doesn't seem to regenerate, apparently. That's weird. I thought that... Oh! Yes! Haha! Oh! That means that maybe only one can regenerate? I don't know. Well, anyway. Oh, I managed to defeat it. Just a quick question, but how can it talk when I destroy the heads? Something to consider. So this dude is probably supposed to be of the ancient race that created the Dark Dragon. Yes! Thank you! I managed to defeat it. That was no easy feat. It's but they could have done the fight far more complicated, because in the original game, for what I see of the sprite, the Dark Dragon has a big dark spell that is a huge AoE. So, and it could move his body even. So yeah, it's already not easy, and it could have been far worse. Oh, the Chaos Breaker. I think that's an actual thing in the original game. No one can stop me. Well, actually, it's absolutely true, because the Dark Dragon was never defeated, like fully destroyed. Instead, it was sealed. But anyway, for now, we have defeated it. I will come back. After 1,000 years passes. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, there was return. They do. Was well, actually, now that I think about it, it was a way to advertise the resurrection of the Dark Dragon, because they did a GBA remake of Shining Force 1 called Shining Force Resurrection of the Dark Dragon on the Game Boy Advance, and the Shining Soul came before it. So it was basically kind of a teasing for the remake. Oh, okay. So we do have a little cinematic Ugly Aladdin did something similar. What is this? Oh, visually that seems kind of cool. It's another tactical RPG. Okay. G-Craft. The last one was in 2018. Okay, that's that means they actually got more the series more active than the Shining Force series. Well, I guess I might as well leave the graphic. Is big pixel. So, which one are we talking about? Because the first one was on PS1 or before. First one, 1994 on PlayStation. Okay, first one is on PlayStation. Well, I do have one working emulator for PlayStation 1, so I might test it at some point. Because I will have to do tactical RPG at some point anyway. So might as well try different ones. So thanks for the recommendation. Actually seems kind of nice. We didn't see that much image of gameplay. Okay, there I got one. So it doesn't seem to use a case system for your moving characters, but instead something more akin to Baldur's Gate 3 nowadays, with movement speed in distance. At least that's what I see of the screenshots, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that seems promising, so I will definitely look that up. Still probably with to link it to the content that I already made. The first tactical RPG that I will be playing live would be some Shining Force. So let's try to do advanced mode. Just see the shop. I won't play it, but let's just see the shop. And after I've done it, I will do other tactical RPGs anyway. With time. Wait, I think I've read that you do not have shop that scale with advanced mod. Move then attack with weapon. No need to select attack. Ooh, okay. Hi. Well, that's it for the stream then. Maybe at some point I will tackle an advanced mod, but I'm not too sure. This is definitely would be an experience. But I beat normal mod at least. That's it for Shining Soul 1 for now. Maybe at some point I will do a playthrough with the wizard, which definitely is the most interesting different class. Thanks you for watching, and I will see you another time. So thanks for the participation, my man. That was very nice. And for the game recommendation as well. Bye.